Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Newells Old Boys Save, and I've gone and played 18 games off camera. I got carried away a little bit, but it's just the league, Premier Division, and you can see a couple of Argentina cup round as well. But yeah, you can see as the form we left off after the 1-0 loss when we came back from the time off. We went on to lose 2 games in a row, so total in 3. Got smashed by Boca, and I was a little bit worried, to be honest. Struggling in the table, we were about 13th, and then we went on like a ridiculous run. Tweaked a few player roles, and I also sold Kakaboo. I think that this was his last game against Boca. I'll show you that sale now after this little rundown. But yeah, as you can see, Perez Tika gets a few of the goals, to be honest. But he pretty much always scores in all the games now. I'll show you all the squad, but you can see huge results here. We're beating Vélez 4-2, and the game we did lose in this run was just a mental game. It was so unpredictable, and then we had a frustrating draw. We can see in the last minute where we should have smashed them. As you can see, we beat River Plate 4-2, quite comfortable. Independiente 4-1, Perez Tika again on the score sheet. This game we scored 5 goals in 39 minutes, 6 goals, sorry, and Perez Tika scored 5 in a game, so that's mental. And our last game was 4-1. We're now in the Sudamericana group stage. I thought I'd come back when we play the Santos game. I've been offered interviews by 2 Brazilian sides, and I think Santos was one of them. I've declined them, obviously. But I'll quickly show you the transfer we've been doing. So it's Kagabu went for 11 million to China. He's now valued 16 million, so I mean, yeah, maybe we could have got a bit more, but I was happy with 11 million. It's really helped us out. And I've brought in this guy on a free transfer. I'm not sure if I showed you, but he's on loan now. I've loaned him straight out so he can get game time, and he's doing really well actually in the same division as us, so he's pretty good. And I brought this guy in. I'm not sure if I showed you this guy either. I might have, but just to recap, he's a ball playing defender or like midfielder at the moment. I think he's box to box midfielder. He's filling in a bit of a role, but I don't mind playing him at the back. His tackling's a bit shocking, but yeah, we'll see. I've changed. I make sure I have like inverted wingers. And yeah, I've just tweaked a couple of player roles, and it's obviously worked. And patience with Perez Tika as well, because he's a little bit frustrating. These are the stats, as you can see. He's got 24 goals now this season. Average rating 7.1, but his last 5 games has been 8.16. And as you can see, Maxi Rodriquez is 8.36. He's got 14 assists, 6 goals. Average rating is 7.6. 151 key passes, 76 clear catch chances, which is mental. He's retiring. His stamina's now 2. He's retiring in like a month. And he's out injured, so I think he's played his last game, which is quite sad. But I asked him to reconsider, and he didn't. But he might be like a staff member when he does hang up his boots. But what a legend this guy's been. So good, like his history. His average rating 7.68. He's just getting better and better. He's like, 42. New players in the team is Lissandra Fernandez. He's been promoted through the development. I bought him from Vélez on a free transfer. Yeah. I play him centre back. And you can see how good he is. He's just like all rounded. Really, he's gonna get really good. As you can see, he's not labelled anything. Who else? I think I brought through. Jamie's been playing way more now. Like he's definitely my number 1 on the left. Like those stats is brilliant this season. And also Claudio Daha is starting to really step up even more now. Labelled the Wonder Kid. As you can see, solid numbers. He's keeping Joaquin Torres out the team because he picked up a knock, Joaquin Torres, and he just can't really get back in the team. So it's good. It's a good problem to have. Singlani, again, he's been okay. He's still quite disappointing, I would say. His last 5 games he's picked it up, but I think it's because he's been playing in the reserves a bit, like trying to get his fitness. A few players have had that. And this guy's had a couple of games for us. He's from our youth intake, I think. But he's been really good. He needs to work on his tacticals a bit. But yeah, he's been quite a solid player to have. So we haven't missed Kakaboo at all, which is pretty good going. I think that's enough to keep to catch you up on. I don't want it to be too long of an episode. We'll play the Santos game, and then I'll probably crack on with a few more games. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. We've been on super good form, obviously, like I said. So we'll just get some players on the bench that we might need, and that will probably do. So I think we'll go for this team if everyone is fit. Just make sure. It's a shame Maxi Rodriquez is pretty much out now. He broke his arm or torn wrist ligament. So yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. There's not much of the season left. So I think this will be the best team for us. I'm tempted to have. Yeah, he's injured as well. Like Aquino's been really good as like a little false 9 as well. But yeah, we'll dive straight into the game and hopefully we can get the first group game of the competition as a win. Make sure we get all this right. Yeah, back up your all the praise from the media. Obviously, Santos have much better players. Not much better, but they have quite talented players, high value, big wages. So it'll be interesting to see how we cope. I've dropped the defence back a bit, and we get counter a bit more. We struggle to break teams down outside the box, so I think we're better when we attack. They catch them off guard or win the ball back, because we win the ball back amazingly well, and we do create chances, but the chances might be quite hard ones, not counter attack, lots of space and one-on-ones. It's not really like that. So hopefully, well, I've tweaked it so it is a bit more like that now. So that's a positive. And Santos, I would say, are probably they are favourites to win this game, especially that they're home. So it'd be nice if we can cause a bit of an upset and kind of walk the group stage. I obviously want to get to the later stages of this competition, like we did last time up to the final. So hopefully we can get to the semis or something like that. As Perez has been put through, penalty ref. Guani, pause that. No, don't want Guani taking the pen. I don't care that he's technically the best. Perez, why? I don't know why. Here we go, confirm. I'm not a big fan of strikers taking it, but I mean he's in such good form. Surely he will score. As Perez has a chance to make us go 1-0 up, and he sends the keeper the wrong way. Beautiful. And that's his 25th of the season. He's just turned 20 now. And yeah, he's really, all that game time where he's a bit frustrating is really paying off now. 20 years of age, valued 4 million. Not bad. And this Claudio Dea has been really good. I mean, you guys know, good enough to keep Joaquin Torres at the side. But to be fair, he was injured. And obviously, Juan Suarez has been out the side because Maxi Rodriquez has just been playing so good that I literally couldn't drop him. Had to play him till his legs fell off. Or wrist in this occasion. As we go into the second half, 1-0 up. Can we see if we can kill off the game? And Alan doesn't really get in the team anymore. I just play Valentine. Even though he's technically not really good enough, he just seems to be quite solid. Doesn't make as many mistakes as Alan does. And I think we'll get, why not? We'll get Singalani, inverted winger, and the youngster left wing back. Come on, why not? Lucas Silva. He's come back. He's been pretty solid, pretty good player to have to bring on off the bench and solid player. I don't think I'll reloan him or buy him at all because he's 13. His legs are gone, and he's got very high wages. So yeah, I think we'll dodge that one. There was a couple of players I'm looking at to bring in, but I think I'm going to spend a little bit more on maybe the wonder kids or very good younger players, because I feel like we've got quite a good core players now, especially that we go on a good run like this. I didn't show you the table, but I think we're 4th or 5th, quite comfortably as well. So that's really massive positive. Perez Tika Da, he just doesn't get on. I don't know how to say his name. It's Dai or something. I'll just call him Claudio. As they fizzle into the box to no one. Come on, it's not concede, lads. Stay strong. Let's get a solid win. Singalani running around. I have a horrible feeling that Singalani's going to be on the way out soon. As Sforza looks to put through Perez Tika, can he? He's just going to keep on running. Claudio Dar has the ball. With his one cap for Argentina. Whips in. Doesn't work out. Andrada to the South African Coetzee. Lucas Silva. Oh, handball ref, come on. Oh, don't lose it here. Get there, Coetzee. This is mad. Just going everywhere. Perez Tika. He makes it 2-0. And I'm glad that he's got this brace. It just shows out. I wasn't just making him score the goals off camera. He can do it on the big stage as well. It's lovely to play. It's a bit mad, like mental play, like really scrappy, but good little quick feet from all three players there, and good finish from Perez Tika. As we look to make it 3-0, but we just lob it to the keeper. Perez Tika challenges, but it doesn't work out when he's 5'7". They boot it long. Claudio Dar, he's been really good. He's probably the last 6-7 games, he's kind of like gone a bit meh. But he's back on the... Go on, Perez Tika. Disallowed. He's denied his hat-trick in the Sudamericana. I mean, has anyone else had a player that scores 5 goals on this FM? Like, I struggled to get someone to get a hat-trick, to be honest. So when it was 4 goals, I was shocked. But yeah, it would have been nice if he was allowed to get his double hat-trick. Well, I say allowed, just he scored it. As we look to see out this game, no penalty. Lovely, good tackle. So we whip it in. We look to counter-attack. And hopefully you can see how we set up the team like this. As we storm down this right-hand side, can he find any support? Whips it across. Lucas Silva with the 5th long shot of the game for him. Maybe pass it, Silva, instead of just booting it to defend all the time. Whips it in. Perez Tika. Good save. I think he looked like he was offside though. And he was. Yeah, because Garrido had quite a good start to the season, but Perez Tika's just come back and just hasn't let that position become available. So he's nailed that down properly now. As they boot it long, can we hold on? Let's not concede. Oh, very, very fortunate. Let's go balanced. It looks like a solid win, 2-0. We made it look easy, to be fair. So yeah, really pleased with that performance. I'll show you guys the table. If that's a little transfer, I'll show you another time. I mean, well, why not? If it'll nose at him after we praise Perez Tika. Yeah, £2 million. This guy. I'm not sure. What do you think? I mean, he's 19. He could be the next Carlos Valderrama. I know, I can't say his name right, but I know he's an absolute legend. So, I mean, for 1.9 million, you can't really go wrong, can you? Finances, 5 million in the bank. We're allowed to spend basically it all, but I won't, obviously. We've kind of made him quite solid now. We haven't gone in the red for like 2 years, so that's 18 months. So that's pretty good. Hierarchy, Rodriguez will be leaving. Allen's not going to be there really in a year's time, so it'll be interesting to see who will be in the team leaders. Maybe Joaquin Torres, Julian Fernandez, maybe Guani. So that'd be really cool. I'll just show you our league table. I think we just saw it there. I'm just being an idiot. There we are. So we're 4th. We're obviously going to make the top 6. So that'd be good. I'll say obviously. If we could bottle it. I hope not. So yeah, I think I'll probably try and get to the end of the season now. I feel like we will get to the group stage. So it's like next season, but it kind of overlaps, doesn't it? Because of the Sudamericana. And I don't even know if the League Cup is like a thing now. I have no idea what's going to happen. So we'll find out next episode. I'll leave it on the squad so you can just run your eyes over the stats and see who's performing. Let me know who your favourite player is, and if you see something they're quite interesting, point it out in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you're new, subscribe. But yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you guys next episode. Maxi Rodriquez retires in just 20 days' time, and I do not know what to do with myself. As you can see, his physicals are pretty much gone now. Natural fitness is brilliant still. But yeah, he's calling it a day. I asked him to reconsider, and he said no, but I think he's going to have a staff role at the club. Even if he's shocking, he deserves a role. The thing that makes it a little bit more painful is that he's been absolutely incredible. I'll show you that in just a minute. The season's ended anyway. You could probably guess that. After the Santos 2-0 win, we smashed Lanús 5-1. Perez Tique with a brace and a few others at Claudio Dar. I'll show you the rundown of the squad at the end of the season anyway. I would like to show you a few more goals, but I've forgotten where the good goals were. The next game then, you can see we just smashed the Sudamericana group games. We win every game, which is mental. You can see a big game here. 8-1 in the league. We absolutely destroyed this team. Perez Tige with a hat-trick again. He's been incredible. We only slipped up against this side, which I feel like they beat us quite a few times, I feel like. See, they beat us again. Oh, we smashed them earlier in the season. Maybe I'm just talking rubbish. But I feel like that name I've hated on before. So yeah, plenty of goals. Just amazing run of form. I was playing this until the early hours of the morning. I couldn't stop. I didn't want the form to be lost. And as last game of the season, you can see Claudio Dar gets his hat-trick, I'll show you now, he's been incredible. This is a squad. You can see the assists, the goals. Valentine's been our main keeper, he's been solid. The Avocados had to do a job, but he's not the main right back. Obviously, Andrada is, and he's been solid. 6 assists, 1 goal. He needs to improve on his crossing. He's only got 7 still, but he's 20 years of age. Guarani's been solid. 8 goals, 3 assists, and he's just been a really good centre-back to have. So yeah, can't complain there. Coronel, Felipe Coronel, isn't played loads, but he's been a really good backup. He is wanted by, not the Barcelona, he's not that good. But I kind of like him, especially that, he's come through the youth. I don't want to get rid of the core of Newells, but there's plenty of youth players anyway. Lissandra Fernandez, he's been playing left back the last couple of games because I forgot to highlight Sosa, the left back, who's 18 as well. Has been out for 2 months already, but he's out for a further 6 to 8 because he damaged his cruciate ligament. I'll talk more about that when I get to his page, but yeah, so he's been doing a job. He's solid at centre back anyway. Got himself a couple of goals. He looks amazing, to be fair. Marco Reid, I think I highlighted him last episode shortly. He's also wanted now. I've rejected a few bids, but he's got 5 assists and 1 goal in 6 games. He's been amazing. He's kind of blown up a bit. His technicals, he's worked on. They got really good already. He's 18, and yeah, I really like the look of him. Lucas Silva, he's on loan. He's going to leave obviously in a couple of days' time. He wasn't very good before his injury. Then he was out for 3 months, and then he was really solid afterwards. Really solid. But he's only got 2 years, 3 years left in him, and he wants high wages. He wants over 16 grand a week, and that would be the highest paid player. And he's not good enough for that. Claudio Dar, we'll go back. You can see he's now rated the best player at the club. 16 goals, 12 assists. Inverted wing on the right, he's just been incredible. 1 or 2 players are starting to get like this. And I feel like, obviously, end of the season, I think it naturally happens. But I think it's the training. Facilities aren't high enough for when players get to a certain potential. So I need to sort that out. But surely a club will be sniffing around him sooner rather than later. Maxi Rodriquez, like I said, 16 assists, the highest assists at the club. 25 games, 6 goals. And he just kept Joan's forwards out the side for the amazing run that we started having. And I would have had him for another season because they're so bad that they can't get any worse in a way. And he's just incredible. It's such a shame he's retiring. I really wanted to get him to 43, and it would have been incredible. But that doesn't last forever. So Maxi Rodriquez, surely he'll be around the club, but he'll be hanging up his boots. So goodbye, Maxi, and thanks for all the hard work and all the contract negotiations that I didn't have to do because everybody listens to him. Singalani, he's just been meh again. Really, really disappointed with him. But he's a good player. But yeah, Garrido has done really well considering he's had not much game time. Again, he's got the whole stats going down, which I hate. But he's been solid this season. Back up to Perez Tique. Our backup left back, Ignacio Cantereros. Solid again. He can't attack. So he's just a solid I should probably change it to centre back. I just realised 6'4", and yeah, maybe he might be a centre back in the future. Xavier Defloro, again, just solid. He hasn't done really much, but he looks like he can. He's quite versatile player. Julian Aquino, I've really come to like this guy's valued $1 million now. He's also come through the youth. Solid player. As a false 9 or a shadow striker, he probably have more game time next season. Joaquin Torres, again, solid. He's pretty much, his numbers always stay the same. He just couldn't get back into the team after he got injured for a bit. He had 10 goals, 6 assists. From this guy, Michel Jamie, 9 goals, 13 assists, 21 games, and he is wanted by Man City and Chelsea. And unlike Joan Sforza was early in the episode, in the series, I feel like they will actually go in for Michel Jamie because he looks incredible. I want to keep on to him for at least another year. Hopefully I can fend off any interest this season in the summer. Perez Tika, 43 games, 5 subs, and he's got 33 goals, 3 assists. He doesn't pass the ball, but he just smashes it in the back of the net. 20 years of age, 21 the end of next season, basically. Incredible. He's not wanted by anyone. He's valued 4.1 million. He's got a decent contract for now. 27 goals in the league. He's top goal scorer, so that's amazing. Thrilled with him because I was a little bit like, was I overhyping him? But he's completely backed up my love for him. Joan Sforza, time for him to step up now that Maxi's definitely leaving. He's wanted by Orlando City. I like Joan Sforza. He's 21, 6 goals, 6 assists. I think they need to be bumped up closer to the 10 mark each for him to be, that reliable. Allen, solid. He's played quite a few games actually. I don't mind Allen at all. It's just he does mad things. And he's on a high wage. Kind of need to shift him on. I don't want to see out his contract. I mean, he's got 1 year left, so he might not be a bad backup. But yeah, Brian Rivero, whatever his name is, just been solid. Nothing to sing and shout about. Julian Fernandez has probably been the least best of the new youngsters coming through, but he can play anywhere, and he's 19 and he hasn't had a run of games, so can't complain really with that. And I think Fernandez, we won for 1.5 million, so not too bad. Rivaldo Kutsi, wanted a defender. He didn't really play many games there. He had to play midfield, and to be honest with you, he's kind of made my mind up that he's definitely now a midfielder because he chipped in with 6 goals, 4 assists, and he's been really solid next to the playmaker. His passing's 18, so that's amazing. And then we just have, Luis Segovia, who's injured, who's been rock solid. He always has the whole goalie boots it long. He loses the marker, and you can see why. Marking 9. So he's actually like it when he plays like left back sometimes. But he's been solid, and he's got some important goals over the campaign. So can't complain. I knew he was a bit mad. And here's Sosa. The physical's taken a knock. He's been out for a while. He's valued $1 million. He's 18. I really like him. I hope he comes back. And I hope he just carries on. Does a Luke Shaw and just gets past the injury. And this guy, he's only played 1 game, but he looks like a really good centre back from the youth again. And I think he'll be a bit more integral to the side next season. So that's kind of the players. If you want to see the league stages, season preview stages, round. I don't know. Where am I going? Profile. League table. Aha. So Boca just smashed the league. It's the first time we were all playing each other twice. But that run of form that we had made us we're comfortable. I really want to go for it next season. You can see Perez Tika, highest goals, player of the matches. Maxi Rodriquez, average rating. Maxi Rodriquez, technically the best player in the league. So we'll see what happens. And obviously Jamie there. So yeah, I mean, really, really good season. Because we were let me see if we can. We kind of were all over the place with our positioning, pass positions, average points. If you click on here, we kind of start off normal, but we really fault around here for ages, and then we just go on this mad run of form, kind of stay there. I mean, it says we dropped down to thing. I feel like this is the wrong. I don't know what's happening, but that's wrong. If we're up here, yeah, we stay 4th. Spoiler. So this is the end of season awards. Max Rodriguez gets player of the season. I mean, it's fitting. Last game, last year of his career, and he wins it. Guani comes 2nd, bit mad. Luis Segovia comes 3rd with 18%. Kakabu has a goal of the season. Signing of the season is Luis Segovia, and young player of the season is Jamie, which is typical. Perez Tika has the highest goals. We've all gone through this already, but you can see this cool bit of stats here. Next season, they want us to play attacking football, entertaining football. I feel like we are now. It took us a while to get into that. Next season, I just realised, qualified for the Copa Libertadores. We just normally say mid-table, but that's quite a big step up. We can do it, definitely. But, I mean, my contract expires, so I better not have a bit of a flop season. And they want us to reach the quarter-final. As you can see here, they are expecting us to become a much better side, which is challenging, but it'll be good. I think I'll leave it there. I've got a long summer ahead of me to do some deals to try and keep the team together. Perez Tika, lovely. He got Player of the Month last month, and he had 5 appearances and 11 goals. So, yeah, pretty special. We'll leave it there. I'm not sure if I'll be manager of the year or whatever. Who cares? I'll let you guys know. I'll try to remember anyway. But we'll leave it there because, like I said, we got a long way to go now. Lots of signings to do. I've got plenty of transfers coming in, and I've bought midfielders, but I'm going to loan a lot out. But we've got a lot of these players coming in. I'm getting this guy in the end. The guy who's labelled the next Carlos, Van der Elme, or whatever his name is. Who looks solid. Looks really good, to be fair. 1.9 million. So yeah, that'll be good. And I got a few others. I'll show you them properly when they arrive. But yeah, I feel like, can't go wrong. I haven't spent too much money on them. 1.8 million there. That's a lie. It's the classic attack mids. I just love them, Anyway, we'll leave it there. Finances looking good. Got a bit of money in the bank. Oh, that's it. One more thing before we go. Obviously, if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe. But there's one player that I'm thinking maybe, his physicals. I should bring him in. I hear he's quite good. No, it's Messi. We can't afford him, but he's starting to give his demands. If he was to join, which is definitely a positive. And if Maxi Rodriquez can play till he's 42 with dead physicals, he's got 14 natural fitness, and he doesn't work hard either. That's what FM says. So surely with these stats, he could play until he's about 50. So long-term signing, yeah, why not? So hopefully we can get Messi back to Newell's old boys before he retires. I'm going to have to save some money because I think he wants $500,000 a week. I could probably give him 20 grand a week. So I don't know. I'm quite good at negotiating. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching this little I think it's the end of I'm kind of recording it like an episode, but I'm not going to add it onto an actual episode. So if it's a bit long, apologies. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next season and next episode.